What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another special edition of Culture with Reno. And of course, my fellow paisano from the AJK, all you and cast, Mr. Alberto in the house.
The AJC, all you
I
big the AJC.
see, sorry,
That's
I got
okay.
confused.
That's okay. What's going on? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine. You?
I'm doing good. Doing good, man.
Fantastic.
Lots to talk about, man. Let's
I know.
rock and roll. Never a dull moment for you.
You're on a rampage tonight.
Oh yeah, man. I'm fired up. I'm fired up. Andrew Juve, gentlemen.
Yeah,
Where's
he's
the
on.
beer?
He's on
Where's
it.
the beer? Ah,
Beer? Ah,
I
but
might have to get one.
yeah, same. We'll keep you updated on that, Andrew. Okay, let's start off. As I say, chaos with Juventus. And of course, what happened since Monday till now. There's a lot of news. And this, of course, whatever happened before the game, 10 minutes before the game. And, by being second place, going to seventh place because he took off the 10 points. Then the game was very terrible. So I don't know what to say. I was mad. I'm pretty sure Alberto was mad because your last live show, you were on the rampage.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
Unacceptable. There's nothing left to say. It's unacceptable from all involved. It's unacceptable from Max. It's unacceptable from the players. The
well, the
the
players, yes.
the little birdie told me that the players planned. It's like a sending a message type thing and whatnot, and that they gave up on the coach. I think everybody would agree after the first goal, team was pretty deflated, and they quit. They quit quite easily in that one, and there wasn't
No
much. There was
Brinta.
probably like 2-3 players I would say were actually looked like they cared. Yeah, we all know who those players are. Those are the guys that I would expect to look like that. And I'm actually happy that they did look in that manner. But for the rest, it was pathetic.
It
And
was
I don't like to
garbage.
talk about the points because I think the points is an
It
excuse.
doesn't matter.
We knew for weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, we were going to get another penalty. It was coming
Yeah,
down
on the
the line.
22nd, on my
Now,
brother's
because they
birthday.
do it 10 minutes, I don't care if they do it right at kickoff. What's the difference? We knew for 3 weeks we were going to have a point penalty. I don't like hearing about excuses.
No, same. I agree with that. I said on my last video on Monday, and yeah, they still need to fight for it. We could have had a chance to be top four, but I guess at this point, not a chance. Then by
What's the
losing
difference?
4-1,
We know UEFA's sitting there waiting. Even if we got into the top four, they're banning us. They were always
yeah,
going
they will
to do it.
find their way no
It
matter
was
what.
one way or the other. Right now for Juventus, it's about figuring out what's going to be minimal damage. Okay, they still have to wait for the reasons, which could be up to 30 days. I would anticipate that, if you were Coney, you would want to put it out and probably get pressured from UEFA to put it out as quick as possible, because Juventus still has another 30 days after they
Yeah,
get reasons to appeal. And if they do that, it slows everything, but they have to be reissued the points, which would again change the table, and then it would push everything beyond into the following season. There's still the salary case, and then there's still UEFA's investigation. So the whole thing's a mess, but you would think they would have to put that reason out, but we're expecting another appeal. Whether Juve goes to TAR or whether they take the plea deal is all up in the air. But from the latest words from Elkan, it doesn't sound like he's ready to take any type of deals with anybody. And you know what? I understand.
yeah. Well, at least you should have went to Tar. I don't know why he doesn't want to go to Tar. Maybe he just wants to clean his hands, or I don't know.
Well, you can't yet because you still have to wait for this appeal.
Oh,
TAR
too much going on.
is the final line. Like, you have to wait till it's resolved by Coney, and then if you're not willing to accept after your final appeal, if it has been rejected, TAR is your last resort. So you can't go right now.
I don't know what to tell you, man. This thing is getting off in hand. Like you said, it's being confusing. I don't know why only just us. I don't know. It's just a mess, in my opinion. All thanks of one person, Mr. Agnelli, that got into this. Everybody against us, I believe. And things got worse and worse because Sheffield, they're on us since the Super League, it's just went off board.
Is what it is, man. Is what it is. Mistakes
He
were
said,
You just got to move forward and hopefully correct them all. That's all you can do.
well, there's nothing much you can do because in Italy it's all corruption, so you never win. Once they go attack you, I lived there for 14 years. That's one of the reasons I came in Vancouver because too much ruffianismo, ass kissing, and corruption. So,
Mm-hmm.
and we can see it now in the soccer world. But besides that, well, we can move on because everybody's saying because it was Max's fault. What are your thoughts about that? Max has to stay or he has to leave?
There's no way I see us continuing with Max. I don't know how you could continue with Max. The problem, obviously, is the fact it's going to be somewhere around 50 million euros to break free of the contract.
Yeah,
That's the
45,
problem.
50.
But there's absolutely no way. Like I've said it on the post-match podcast, you have to clean house, so to speak, and you have to get rid of some of the dead weight, and you have to
Yeah.
chalk up your losses financially. But Max Allegri, like he can't stick around. And if the players, I said for weeks now, listen to the players now that it comes to the end of the season because they'll tell you a lot more about what's going on behind the scenes. You have to listen to your players. And if the problem is, and Juve's in a rush, because that's what I'm hearing from my source, it tells me Juve is in a rush to get the next pieces of the puzzle put together because they have until June 30th to potentially save some players from exiting. So don't be surprised if immediately after Udinese, there are some changes immediately announced and whatnot. So again, I'll elaborate more tomorrow in the morning
Okay.
as I'm still working through some of this on our daily update video. But yeah, they've been looking for a while, and there's other rumors out there that would imply that and suggest that that's what is happening. And yeah, Andrew's exactly right. Start over. You have to start over. And Andrew says, "Who's this little birdie you speak of?" Obviously, I can't give away the identity, so we're just gonna call him La Fonte. Okay, La Fonte, and in Italian, La Fonte is the source.
So
So we're gonna
La
call him
Fonte,
La
bravo.
Fonte. La Fonte. Okay, but yeah, that's what I'm hearing. And Juve is in a rush to get things, and it makes sense because you have to get somebody in here and assess everything. But right now, and here's another big thing for me personally, while I feel you have to move on, you can't have a manager come out at Juventus and already concede the next season before a ball has even been kicked. We haven't even hit the end of this season, and Max Allegri has said, do not expect this Juve to compete next season
That's
domestically,
not
like for
good.
the title. You can't imagine being a player at Juventus, and this is
Hearing
what
this.
you hear your coach saying, what's the point of showing up? What incentive is there for me like to give a shit if my own coach, my leader, is already conceding next season before we've even hit the summer? That's
Well,
crazy to me. At Juventus, that's ludicrous to talk
well,
like that.
yeah, after
How
what
are
he
you
gets
gonna
paid.
how are you gonna establish the fino alla fine mentality when you're already suffering defeat before the
Putting down.
season's even ended this season? It's crazy. Come on, what are we talking about here?
No, this
You
is
have
not.
to
No, no,
change.
I totally agree with you. I'm on it. There's a lot of fans, even from maybe friends of mine, they still defend this guy. Said because they want to live safe. Oh, if we keep Allegri, but yeah, but you keep this guy. It's not putting the mentality. What's the point of keeping this guy?
If
No,
if I was ever in trouble with the law or anything, I would want Allegri fans to defend me because I'll give them that. They are so crazy to fight for this guy. There's almost no leg to stand on anymore with Max
yeah,
Allegri. There's nothing. When we start hearing a rumor today that I just got, 4 hours ago, Vlahovic is going to turn in a transfer request if Max Allegri stays. He's more likely to stay. He's expected to stay should Max Allegri be let go or relieved, or they bring a new coach in. Not only him, but there's several other players that all of a sudden might stick around. And
I hope so. Like Chiesa.
small chance Di Maria stays if there's a coaching change. There's also a small change. Rabiot may renew despite no European play. These guys might stick around, is the rumor, if there is a coaching change. I don't believe the Rabiot one so much, because I think his main target is he's got something about playing in the Prem. He wants to go to the Prem, and the money,
Yeah,
and
Man
his
United.
mother with the money. So I don't believe that one. Di Maria, I think there is an honest shot. Vlahovic, no doubt in my mind, unless something changes, he's turning in a transfer request in the summer.
But a question with Vlahovic, I heard that he might go to the Turkish team, Galatasaray, whatever. And the fact that the wife is not happy because some fan attacked him, and she mentioned it recently that that's not acceptable.
He's not married. What wife?
Di Maria.
Oh, Di Maria. I'm talking about
Sorry.
Vlahovic. You were talking
Yeah.
about Vlahovic too. You
No,
said
no, no,
Vlahovic.
no. I was talking about Di Maria.
Oh, Di Maria. No.
I was saying Di Maria that he might go to the Turkish team, the Galatasaray, and the fact that some fan attacked him and the wife wasn't happy about it.
Yeah, she wasn't happy about it. She voiced her opinion. That's it. The end of that. But Galatasaray, no.
But that's what I heard through my
No,
sources.
there's still a couple big teams that are in for him. Galatasaray is big in Turkey, but let's be honest here. No, there's still a couple big teams interested in.
And yeah, we got James here. Rabiot and Allegri tonight.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Come on, James.
There's a lot of heat. There's a lot of smoke. There's a lot of smoke out there, and a few fires burning.
Whoa, talking about a lot of smoke, because apparently there's rumors about Giuntoli that might join, but then Allegri's not happy about it because the conversation they had with Calvo, and because what I heard that Giuntoli, if he ever comes, Allegri will not be the coach. Then, of course, when Allegri found out that Calvo was talking about it, he was mad. Which you said it on your latest.
I don't think it has anything to do with Giuntoli and Allegri. Giuntoli and Allegri are fine. Giuntoli wanted Allegri at Napoli, and Allegri turned them to Spalletti. So they're okay. The problem is Juve went behind Max's back, and that's why you saw Caressa on Sky Sports running a little bit of a mess there, getting everybody all hyped up just to go in there to protect his friend Max Allegri.
Yeah, they're best friends.
That's not true. He wants Giuntoli to come in and all this. He had no problems with it. He's trying to protect the young players, because it's all a farce and it's all a show to protect his friend.
Exactly.
He was pissed off because they didn't go to him about the approach to Giuntoli, and it was already made. So Max felt like it was a slap in the face, because he's been, and to be honest, I can see why, because he's been the one facing the music all season long for something that he had nothing to do with this point penalty thing. So truth be told, no matter how I feel about him and the team's performances and everything like that, good for him. He kind of stand his ground, and I understand why he would be pissed off, because even after the last game when they took the points away, who's the only one that goes and talks? It's him. It's him. It's freaking Max Allegri, always at the forefront, always having to deal with that. And then he finally flipped out a bit. With that, I can sympathize with Max and whatnot, but that is the problem. The problem is they circumnavigated him and he felt disrespected. It is what it is.
Well, what I heard from my source in Italy, apparently Junior did not want him, so we'll see. I hope he comes, as the rumors are saying, do a washdown, and I don't care whoever comes next. Unfortunately, we got to start all over again, because there's no Champions League, apparently, if things don't change, and we got to start all over and climb the ladder, I guess.
There's not going to be Champions League. There's not going to be European play.
No,
and if anybody expects that, you are going to be sadly mistaken.
No, I'm not expecting people have the hope.
UEFA will find a way. They have to name the teams by a certain date. The points coming back, the appeals, they're going to find a way. That's why they position themselves with their own investigation, so that they could come out and just simply punish on their own accord. What's going to be interesting is if the first penalty is still in limbo due to an appeal from Juventus and waiting another court date beyond the final date for them to name the teams competing in the European competitions, and then they issue a penalty with that still being in limbo, that's where it's going to get really, really interesting and really, really ugly. So for that one, it's kind of going to be a little bit crazy to see when it comes down, but there's a lot still coming down the road.
One second, I got some comments here from Mr. James. Uh, Reno, why don't they punish Barca Real? Hey, that's a question I always ask, but hey, they have the power, so I don't know. Like I heard through people from Italy that live in Barcelona, they done worse than Juventus, but these guys, I don't know, they always go through. Same with Man City, but they're gonna go through it. And who's jeopardized is us. So
Nothing
I
new.
don't know. The circling the Super League and Barca caught famous. I know, James, I know, but I don't know what to tell you, man. It's always us. It's Juventus against the world, unfortunately. Luca Bertoli, oh, my paesano. Saluto da Versilia, amici e forza Juve sempre. Per sempre, grande Luca. At least some people should. Oh, we got Andrew. Reno Al, where are we at the Super League? I'm convinced that they're talking to Juve because of the Super League.
Of course.
Yeah?
That's one of the main reasons. We just heard today that Elkin actually, one of the main reasons he's not eyeing up any type of plea deal or whatnot, because UEFA wants us to back out of being one of the teams that spearheads the Super League. The Super League has big plans for the summer to make another push, and there's 6 teams spearheading it. So 3 more teams have come aboard with Barca, Juve, and Real, and they're going to push, and they're making another push this summer. It's not giving up, and it's not going anywhere. And it makes sense why Elkin said no, because people are like, well, that was Agnelli's thing. Agnelli, no. Don't make that
It was
mistake.
even.
It was always Elkin. Elkin is on the international board of JP Morgan, who is going to be the main sponsor and the main support system lifeline of Super League. So it always came from Elkin. Agnelli was the one pushing it and the one from the forefront of Juventus because he was obviously president and whatnot. But make no mistake, that's Elkin's baby.
What are your thoughts about the Super League? Is it a good thing, bad thing? Like a lot of people are against it, and a lot of people are for it, which I think it should be a good idea at this point. Was
Well,
what
there's a
I'm
lot
hearing.
to it because it's good for your team to get involved with it if you're part of the leagues that can't catch up to the hype train of Prem League. If the Prem League teams get involved, you honestly end up in the same boat because they get more money too. They will push the Mercados crazier and bigger and whatnot. But the overall thing that makes it a big, big must is the fact that UEFA needs pushback. UEFA needs competition. UEFA has had such power and such control for so long, and they put nothing on the forefront. It's all the clubs that take in all the expenses, and it's UEFA that reaps all the benefits when all they are is an organizer. That's it. Okay. The
Yeah,
talent is the clubs, the draw is the clubs. They need to get bigger pieces of the pie. If there's an outfit coming in that instantly changes your financial gain and what you can do, how could you not want your team to be a part of it? And then the problem with football in general and why people want all these other small teams, all the small teams, it's not about the game, whatever. What's happening with small teams right now? What's changing? Nothing. Nothing is changing with small teams. So to say that the
exactly.
Super League affects small teams is nonsense. More money for the bigger teams in that league will pay dividends for the smaller teams in that league. They'll be able to make better deals. Smaller teams can demand more money for their players. The top teams will have that money. If you want to fix football globally, okay, what you have to do is you have to figure out a salary cap system globally. And that is the only way you're going to get a true talent spread. And you're going to get some of these other teams, mid-table sides, with some type of control in helping them get some talent on there that they might not normally get in other situations. You have to start capping these teams, these big teams with these high payrolls and high transfer mercados. You have to cap them. Otherwise, that's what you're going to do. But if you want to fix even the small teams and everything, it's got to be a salary cap. Otherwise, don't worry about it. But Super League has to happen to stop UEFA's power. Okay.
Yeah,
They have
because with
way
the
too much power and it's useless. It has to happen just for that. And if you don't think so, start looking at why they push so hard against this, because they know what's going to
they're
happen.
in the wrong.
Why would a team agree to play in a competition if there's another competition over here that gives them like 3 times the amount of money? Why would anybody be a part of this one when you can step over here and actually make way more than you would ever in this one? They're scared. UEFA's scared.
Yeah, but I agree with you with the salary cap. Even people that I talk to in Italy, they really want the Super League. Apparently, we might see some competition in America. Is that true? For
What?
the Super League?
What about it?
We will see they will be competing in America, like some games.
I don't know. I don't
That's what I
really.
heard, but I'm not
No,
too
I
sure.
haven't heard anything on that. Super Copa is coming to North America after the
Yeah, that
contract
one,
runs out in Saudi Arabia, but not Super League.
not Super League.
Super League might have one-off games, kind of scramble place, but I don't think so.
Yeah, that's a friendly maybe.
Because the point of Super League 2 is obviously like them getting their draws off their revenue and stuff. Obviously, that would be home games, not necessarily like playing in these off-sites. So that's kind of counterproductive. The Super Copa, after the tournament ends with the Saudi sponsorship, it's going to head to North America, and it's going to be 4 teams, and it's going to be a tournament style.
Well, if that happens, I'll definitely will be there.
That'll be cool. That's a good way to do the Super Copa. Much better than what's happening now.
We have some comments here from Mirko. I left it for a while. To me, it's not over. I think something gonna happen. Elkan is too calm and not worried. Then we got James Lapierre, who is more Illuminati, JP Morgan or UEFA. Then Andrew Fax. Then Mirko, Premier League is already the Super League with all the money they're spending. Then again, Mirko 2026 Champions League final will be in the US. Magari.
A European final in North America.
I don't know, but it'll be nice for us that live here, but where did you find that, Mirko? I haven't heard it. I don't know if Alberto did, but I haven't heard it yet, so
2026, we got World Cup in North America, but nothing on Champions League. You're going to have a European final in North America? I don't think.
Imagine that.
I can't see that one. one. But who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? Oh, same year as World Cup. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, James. Maybe it's some bullshit somebody's saying. I don't know. There's a lot of rumors. I don't know. We'll see what happens, hopefully for the better. Now that we kind of covered a little bit of everything, and with all these rumors going around about the coach and whatsoever, what are your thoughts, Alberto, for the next coach? I know we heard about Tudor. Then there's rumors about Dionisi Palladino. Who would you like as the next coach? Like for me, as a dream, I wouldn't mind Zidane and Klopp, but that would be a dream because at this moment there's no way those two are coming. I know a lot of people are saying, well, to get rid of Max, it's we're going to get Zidane, but at this moment we can't get Zidane or Klopp. What are your thoughts, my paesano? Like, there's so much rumors going on. Like for me, if Tudor comes along, I wouldn't mind because we have to start refresh whatsoever. So. Because there's not
Zidane doesn't even make sense to me right now, man.
No, same. I agree with you.
Zidane doesn't make sense right now, and Klopp needs money too. Like people think that Klopp just like out of nowhere. Like Klopp.
I said as a dream. I will love him, but like, I don't think he will come.
We're not at that level. We have to be more realistic. Palladino, it's way too soon. I don't know why
No,
so
no,
many guys didn't.
Palladino.
But from what I heard today from my source, Palladino's on the list. He is very much on the list.
Well, there's
Um,
somebody here saying somebody else. I saw on Twitter the guy with the wig next coach.
James saw my bomb today, and my bomb
Yeah.
today came in at the same time at 4 o'clock, and it is strong. I'll explain much more tomorrow on the news, okay? But Conte wants back desperately, okay? Desperately wants back at Juventus. My theory that I got to find the clip because this was like probably a month and a half ago, or I think it was a month when we heard about a sabbatical and Conte. And I said, guys, I said, I have a theory. And I said this live on my show. My theory is, okay, they purposely put out that as a smokescreen. 1 year sabbatical for Conte. He never had a 1 year sabbatical in mind. He wants to be coaching. And they put that as a smokescreen to keep everything hush hush and go. They've been looking at alternatives for a while. Okay. Conte wants back desperately. I'm hearing to the point, maybe, just maybe, he will take a pay cut as well to be back there. That's how bad he wants it. Now, the other part of this bomb is that there are 3 coaches at the top of the list right now for Juventus, and it is Conte, Spalletti, and Tudor. And it is exactly in that order, according to, again, Lafont. 1, 2, and 3. Now, here's the thing. For me, personally, I am fine with Tudor because I think Tudor studied under Conte for a period of time.
Yeah.
And he sees things kind of the same, but I think he's got a little more layers to him than Conte. And then, of course, Conte carries all the baggage of how sideways it could go and how quickly it could go. He's a wild card. And you have the fact he went to Inter, tried to stick it to us and our management because apparently he wanted back at that time and we went a different route. And then he said, I'm going to go here and I'm going to take you guys down. And of course, we know what happened. Tudor for me is Conte without baggage. So people that want Conte back want the grinta, the fight, the spirit, the identity.
The grinta juice.
Tudor has that and can bring that without the baggage. For me, I'd be fine with Tudor. But I will say this, even though I'm against it, ultimately I'm against it, if Conte was willing to come down in salary, you would have to seriously consider this if you're Juventus. That's all I'm going to say is you would have to consider it if he's that desperate. He wants it so bad that he's willing to take a cut to do it. You kind of have to really consider it if your other options are guys like Tudor,
Italiano,
Palladini. You seriously have to consider it based on where we are now and where we were back then. Because I would honestly say 2011, you might have been in a worse spot than you are now. However, the one thing I will say against that is that back then we had some true characters in the locker room that helped that as well. So it's a tough spot, but I think you would have to consider it. But for me, ultimately, Tudor makes a lot of sense right now. The other thing for Conte, of course, one competition. We're only playing Serie A and Coppa Italia. That's probably the guy. So who knows what's going to happen? That's just what I'm hearing. But like I said, I'm going to expand on it even more tomorrow on the daily.
Okay.
But I don't know. Then the other thing is too, is that Giuntoli and Conte are like this. Those two are like this. So if Giuntoli comes in and it's between Spalletti and Conte, he will want either one of those guys. But him and Conte, everybody knows they've been tight for a long time and they're very, very close.
I know.
Remember when the Giuntoli rumors even started, Conte was immediately thrown in while he was still working at Tottenham. And everybody said, if Giuntoli is a shot at joining Juventus, watch out for Conte.
Someone here saying Gasperini, Luca Bertoli. What are your thoughts about Gasperini?
No. He
I
needs all his
wouldn't mind
players on
him.
steroids to do anything. No.
What's that?
He needs all his players to be on steroids to do anything, and he
You
still
don't
can't
like
get
him?
anything. No.
No.
No
I wouldn't
Gasparini.
mind him, but everybody has their taste.
No
No.
chance. No chance.
Well, why is that? A lot of people don't like him. I
What has
want
he
to.
achieved?
I know that, but
What is he
well, he only stayed
actually
at
done?
Atalanta recently.
He does like what is he actually truly done? He's had Atalanta playing beautiful football at one point,
Yeah.
but doing what?
Don't you think him have the players of Juventus? What we have, he will do.
No, because his
Win.
players are on the juice. And all his players, when they leave there, fail tremendously. And like, I don't know what the hell it is. I'm not on Gasparini train whatsoever. I never have been, and I never will. I'm
Scusa,
not big.
Luca.
I'm not big on
Gasperini,
Gasparini.
no. Scusa, Luca.
Gasparini, no.
But the thing with Conte, if he comes back, a lot of fans are not going to be happy having Conte back.
And a lot of fans will be happy. I saw today after we posted it. It's like almost a 50-50 split.
Yeah,
For
but
every comment against it, there's a comment for it. And it's back and forth. It's almost a 50-50 split from what I'm seeing.
I know there's Andrew. You're saying something. Give me the backlist. Who do you want to leave? And the coach, which I was going to get to because we were talking about before about the players. Who is for Juve and who a casa? Then the coach and the players. Well, we already talked about the coach, but the players, who should stay, who should leave? Mr. Alberto, for me, lots. Alexandro, who else gonna piss me off? Locatelli's gonna piss me off.
You're going to put Locatelli on the to leave list?
A 50-50, I should say. I'm not really
Holy
happy.
shit, man. We got way bigger problems than Locatelli.
True.
What the hell, man? He's the glue in the midfield. Mamma mia. Locatelli, are you crazy?
Okay, besides, look at the Bonucci. Of course, he's on his.
Guys that have to go. Quadrado.
Yeah, Cuadrado, I agree with you.
Alexandro. Bonucci. Okay? And if you can find a deal, sell Szczesny.
Really? Szczesny?
Yes. Sell Szczesny if you can find a deal. Bring in a young guy behind Perin. And
Donnarumma? There were rumors about him back in the day.
we don't have the money. What is this Donnarumma? I said bring a young guy behind freaking Perin. Obviously, like Vicario or Carnesecchi. Donnarumma.
Carnesecchi,
Man,
yeah.
we have way too many problems to deal with to spend all of the money on Donnarumma. You have to be... So Sandro, Quadrado, I would sell Szczesny if an offer came in, and Bonucci, if you can make a move, get rid of him too. Outside of that, all the guys returning other than Zakaria. But Kulishevsky, we got some good news. It looks like Tottenham is going to buy him. Good. He can go. Artur, we might have to end up buying his contract out. That's fine. But that's funny. That's funny from James.
Yeah, of course he has to bring this up. I'm not a Milan fan. It's not that.
Awesome.
I'm not really happy with Locatelli recently because I like guy.
Kenny, you gotta sell, and you gotta Zakaria is the only one I would keep, and other guys that have to go.
I hope not Chiesa. Chiesa's my boy.
I don't think you're going to keep Rabiot, and I don't think you're going to keep Di Maria, so they can go. And then that's about it.
What about Chiesa? Chiesa stays, I hope. Hope he doesn't leave.
Chiesa's not going to leave.
I hope so. There's too many rumors, but I hope he doesn't leave. My fellow Interists were like, oh, Chiesa's going to come to Inter. Yeah, dream on, buddy.
Look at the sources. Look at the sources. I'll say with those Chiesa rumors, wait for the big guys to chime in. Pay attention to the big guys. Nothing on Chiesa yet.
Capitano is Chiesa, not Locatelli.
Definitely don't fucking listen to Interisti. That's problem number one for you.
Yeah, exactly. No, I say whatever. It's like me saying to them,
When you're
"Parada
talking to
Juve."
me, man, I
It's
don't
a
want to
different
hear
thing.
anything about what Interisti say.
Oh boy.
When you talk to me, I don't want to hear anything about what they have to say because if I don't even care. I could care less.
Wow,
Their
you're on
word
it.
is less than the dirt underneath my shoes. Okay?
I agree with you. I totally agree with you, man.
Okay?
Trust, I think like you. Trust me. With when it comes to, and I just brought it out there, not to push your buttons.
If I
Me,
had
you
a
think
piece
the
of
same.
cardboard here, I'd give them another trophy, but I don't. So I don't care what they have to say.
So you have bad experience like I do. Me too, guys. So we're not
No,
the
it has
only
nothing
one.
to do with experience. I hate that team. I don't care what their fans think at all.
Well, now they're so happy because now they won the Coppa Italia yesterday. Mamma mia. Message is over. Message is, buddy, do I care that you guys win the La Coppa del
The
Nonno? Like,
least viewed Coppa Italia in how many years? Probably 20 years, I think they said. The least viewed Coppa Italia.
yes,
That's what
exactly.
everybody thinks about Inter.
And I said,
Nobody cares. Nobody cared.
uh, fare le pizze. Sorry, Lucas, Alberto dice, Locatelli a fare le pizze, no per giocare nella Juve. He thinks like me, he said, Locatelli doing the pizza, but not to play. James and our team
Yeah.
congratulate
And
him.
Juve congratulated them. Class acts, but
I didn't.
I
I
wouldn't
didn't do
have.
it. You know me. I do videos congratulate certain teams, but yesterday I did not have a chance to congratulate Inter because I didn't watch the game. I posted on my thing, Inter Copita. That's it. Yeah, of course, friends were mad at me. I said I don't have the time to. I'm not gonna do a video that I didn't even watch them. Yeah, of course, maybe I might do a video win or lose the Champions League, but that's about it. Like I can't do it. Not for me. I know I keep on saying this is a cut. I talk about other teams, but
I'm getting
sorry.
lagita from talking about Inter so much, man. We gotta change it up. I'm
Don't
getting
change.
lagita.
No, no. Well, just to conclude the conversation, Alberto.
Fuck. Mi viene
Ah,
agita when we talk about this team. Let's go.
Lacida,
Yeah,
l'acidità. Ma che
let's
cazzo,
go.
io?
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
No more Inter.
No, okay, I just said a little thing you got mad over here. Mamma mia,
Oh,
mi
I'm
si proprio
pissed. I
calabrese.
don't. I hate that team.
Okay, sorry, I won't mention it
I don't
anymore.
want to talk about. I hate.
If Interisti show up, I won't say nothing. Don't
I
worry.
might do a watch along for the Champions League final just to cheer all 9 goals that Man City's gonna put on them.
Oh my god. Okay, I hope I join on that one. It'll be fun with a glass of wine. Then speak about a glass of wine. We gotta get a beer soon.
If they win though, hey, I'm out. I'm out right away.
Same.
I'm out
Oh,
right away.
if they win, I gotta leave. I gotta go
I
to
might
Germany.
deactivate everything for a couple months if that happens.
At least
At
9.
least.
Okay, let's drop the internet thing. As we all talk about the players and the coach, now everybody's question, like even through either whatsoever. Of course, in our mentality, we have to win right away. Whoever comes besides Tudor, let's leave Conte because we're not too sure. What are your thoughts? Does he have to win right away? Because everybody wants them to win and compete. I say maybe steps at a time. Then if we win, of course. But your thoughts? Do we have to win right away? I don't know how the team is going to be. If we're going to have some players coming in, if Giuntoli comes along, because after what he did with Napoli, players we did not know. So
I'm going to say the same thing I said when Max rejoined the team. The team, my expectation is that they have to compete every single game and be in the mix domestically first and foremost. They have to be able to compete consistently in every single matchup,
okay, I
and they
agree with
have
you.
to establish an identity, and there has to be progress. So in the first season with a manager, I'm willing to take some growing pains, but I expect some of the values and principles and identity to be established in that first season. And early on, I want to see some signs and some indications that the message is getting through. But I expect them especially if it's only one competition. And if we're talking about the roster, this is where it gets difficult, but you have to factor in the roster and we have to see where it ends up by the
Where it
time
ends up.
next season starts. But I still think with this Serie A, and all the Italian teams are expected to have a very, very soft mercato. Okay. In Italy this summer, it's supposed to be very, very weak.
Now that's what I've been
Factoring in
telling
this league,
everyone.
where it's at right now, where the teams are, I would expect us to be competing again next season amongst that top four. And I expect a good run, a healthy run in the Coppa Italia. That's what my expectations would be of any coach. Does he have to win? No. If
No,
he is establishing something strong and we can see solid foundation and building blocks, absolutely not. He doesn't have to win. But I need to see the team with the mentality that they are going out to get that job done every single game. No falling flat. And I want to
no.
see that in the big games too. So, no, he doesn't have to win something immediately, but he definitely has to have a stimulus in the right
Yeah, be
direction with his
consistent.
team.
Because I've been hearing this a lot, even through my paisans. They want to win right away. They're not happy if Tudor comes and says, guys, we got to be patient. And, even the older generation of Juventini fans that I talk to, they think like me. Well, let's just say, I think like them, as they say. And they need to be calm, or else we're not going to go nowhere. Because I want to see them compete in Champions League. Because if we see these teams competing in the final now, Europa League, I want to see mine too. It's been 30 years, you know. Besides the Scudetto, we'll get there soon as possible, no matter what. But I want to see them with Grinta and just competing. I hope fino alla fine. So
Yeah,
it's too much
they have
watching
to
this
have
crap
some
for the
type
last 4 years.
identity, and the big players have to be integrated for sure. We can't have our key guys be invisible. I'm going to give you this list, okay? And this really sums up our season as well. Where the hell was it now? I saw it posted and it was something about, where is it? The players with the highest salary at Juventus. And if you look at this list and then you look at the guys who are the lowest, all our lowest guys were more critical and crucial to this team than the guys that were the highest paid. And if I could track it down here, it's staggering when you look at the highest paid players. I'll try and find it here.
Yeah, no worries. Mirko is saying here, you don't know Juventus fans after 3 losses is gonna be out. I don't know. Be cough out. Well, we all know that, but they need to be patient.
Well, what would they do when I can't find it right now? It's staggering, but I know the highest paid are Pogba,
Yeah,
Szczesny, Sandro, Rabiot, Vlahovic. Yeah, and then you look at like the lowest, Miretti, Perin. I think Locatelli's amongst some of the lower ones. I might be mistaken on that one, but it's just shocking. Fagioli's amongst the lowest and stuff, and like some of these guys that were the lower paid were having just as big, if not bigger, impacts than these guys that are at the big money. That tells you a lot about what's going on at Juventus. For me, when I said blow it up on my show a couple days ago after the
yeah,
game,
I saw
I
that.
meant blow it up because you have to at some point commit to the change and actually bring these guys in and do a rebuild properly. For
Yeah,
years we've
it's all
been
about the
doing it,
rebuild now.
but we're
I've
not
been saying for
committing.
3 years.
We're not committing. It's patchwork. It's patchwork everywhere down the line. And now we're seeing it again with Quadrado and him apparently being re-signed. And that, for me, I understand the argument that you don't want to just bring people in for the sake of change. You still need people that could play the top minutes. For me, Quadrado cannot play
You
the top
cannot.
minutes anymore. And if I have to wait on a young guy to kind of go through some growing pains or whatnot at that position, I probably do that. I don't think Cambiaso coming in next season, if he's got to play on the right, is the biggest drop off from what we're getting out of Quadrado now. Obviously, barring experience. But I think he's got a lot. I'm actually excited about Cambiaso. Is he a 1A guy? Maybe not. Maybe not. But you know what? You're just delaying the inevitable and delaying the actual commitment to change by keeping guys around longer. And excuse me, they have to do something with Sandro as well. I don't care about the automatic renewal. Pay him and say goodbye and move on.
Arrivederci. A casa.
Find another option and let's try and work around this. But they have to figure this out, but they have to get a sporting director in immediately.
Well,
and the nice thing is, everything I hear, they are trying to do just that immediately.
yeah, well, if what's his name, Giuntoli comes, because that's what we've seen with Napoli, players that we did not know with lower price, they were on top. So hopefully we see that if he ever comes, and we might be surprised. So we need a change. I've been saying it for 3 years.
180 next season. Oh man, no way. No way.
James, come on, man.
That's funny. 180. Oh man.
Okay, so you have to leave pretty soon, correct?
I think I got like 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes. That's it.
Okay, before we come in conclusion, we kind of cover a little bit of everything. Now there's this Juventus tour in North America. You're going to San Fran. I'm going to LA. I'm the only guy from the Vancouver club going there, but I don't mind. It's my first time. You're at San Fran. I can't wait. You? I know you went there last year at Los Angeles, so
Yeah, it'll be a good time. It'll be fun. It's always nice to see the team when they're close by and whatnot. And maybe we'll see what kind of shakeup happens in the summer and whatnot. And probably definitely some changes will happen before then. And then it'll be interesting to see and get a look at them.
yeah, for me, it's my really first time because I never had a chance in Italy, even when I lived there, because back then I wasn't working, so I never had the opportunity to, watch a game. Now I have this opportunity, especially at he's going to Orlando. Well, I'm going to LA. He's going to San Fran. Let me guess, you're from Toronto, Mirko? So being LA for me, we've never been to LA, so why not?
I think Mirko said earlier he's from Texas.
Oh, Texas. Oh, I forgot. Sorry, Mirko. My brain is all over the place. Funny you remember. I didn't.
I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Yeah, that's what he said. If you want me to look it up, yeah.
No, it's okay. I think that's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah, Texas. Yeah, correct. So yeah, then hoping that the Piero will be there. So we'll see. That will be a dream for me if I meet the Piero. Then, of course, as our paesano said, James, there's Milan, which he thinks I'm a Milan fan, but which is not true. But I will do a picture of Maldini.
That's why you picked Los Angeles when everybody was going to San Francisco. We all
we decided to go to LA because my wife can go there.
Because Milan's going.
Oh, come on, bro. My mom is a Milanista. It would be nice to have a picture with what's it called, with Maldini, so I can send it to my mom. I'm not a Milan fan. I'd rather go with Milan than your so-called friends, but that's it.
28 people going to San Fran, only one going to LA for Milan.
Okay, sure, buddy. I have my reasons. I told you about it. Come on. You gotta put me in the Gattuso style, like you said last time.
I don't think so. Rino. Gennarino.
It is what it is. Don't push it because I'm not in the mood. Because you don't want to see the Gattuso side. I always saw you were Gattuso the other day. Alive, you were on a rampage. If you want to see me, it's game over.
That was nothing. I was not even on a rampage.
Exactly. You wait and see.
You guys have never seen me on a rampage yet.
Yeah, but well, same with me, which I don't think you will. Well, yeah, not yet. You haven't seen me really mad, so I will do a video when I'm really mad. Okay, so I guess that's about it, my friend, because you gotta go, right?
Yeah. Well, like I said, I got 7 minutes now, so yeah, maybe 5-7 minutes left. if you had something else. Otherwise,
Not
maybe you got
otherwise
some questions from the people in the live.
questions. Like who, Mr. Oh, Andrew. I didn't see. Sorry. Are the cities released? How
Yes.
do we link it? Oh,
So, Andrew, yeah, if you go to Cali, I'll be in San Fran. I know my buddy over in New York's probably coming over to Cali. I was talking to Romeo Agresti today. He's trying to come down too. So we might link up in San Francisco, which would be cool. I'd love to actually sit down and meet with Romeo. He's been on the show a
wow.
couple times. The cities are San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Orlando.
Orlando.
So those are the three: July 22nd, July 27th, and then
7th.
August 2nd, I believe are the dates, but you could check them out. If you want to link up, the best way for tickets and stuff too, I would definitely talk to fan clubs just to see. Andrew, they can usually hook you up and do good. You'll have to join one if you're not a member of one already. If you are a member of an official fan club, talk to them because they should be able to help you out. If not, then you'll have to go through the regular ticket sites and whatnot. But I will be at San Francisco. There's going to be a big tailgating session for both games in California, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. And as far as I know and what I've heard, the clubs from Los Angeles should be coming up to San Francisco as well. So we should end up seeing Hollywood, Juve Hollywood, Juve Silicon Valley, Juve San Diego, Juve Los Angeles. And I think there's another one. They should all end up being at both of those, Los Angeles and San Francisco. So yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Sweet.
And then of course, Vancouver, we've got 28 coming from the Vancouver group. So Andrew, for sure, link up and whatnot. And if you don't have me on WhatsApp yet, I know we talk all the time, Twitter and whatnot. I'll send you my WhatsApp number and we'll make sure that we hook up in San Fran, buddy.
Sounds great. Beautiful.
He's family in San Francisco.
Yeah,
I need a
that's what
place
you
to
see.
crash, man. Let's go.
There you go. There you go.
Get some bevies going.
So Romeo's going to be there. Is he going to be?
No, I
Los-
said Romeo is trying to go.
Trying.
He's going to let me know. I talked to him today, and he said he's going to try his best to get down there.
Well, find out. Hopefully, LA. I'm pretty sure he will go to LA if he
I
goes
talked
there.
to him about San Francisco because I'm going to San Francisco. I don't know if he's going to Los Angeles. I would imagine if he makes a trip that big, he's going to go to LA and San Francisco.
Well, se lo saprai, fammi sapere. That's all.
Oh, yeah. I'm waiting.
Okay. So I guess that's about it, my friend. To everybody here, subscribe to this guy's channel, all Juvecast. And of course, to all the Juve fans and the Italian Calcio fans, subscribe to mine. Calcio with Rino Zaurini. And I guess I'll talk to you. Andrew, I would love to, but I can't. I already booking for LA. If you want to come to LA, man, text me privately, whatever, through Facebook or Twitter, whatever. We'll keep in touch.
Subscribe to Calcio with Reno. If you're an Inter fan, I apologize for nothing that I said earlier on in the show. And I will
Don't
say
worry
it all over again. But subscribe to Calcio with Gennarino.
Gennarino Gattuso. Thank you, Alberto. Really appreciate it. So for now, buonasera a tutti, and we'll keep in touch the next time.
You betcha.
Ciao, ciao.
Thank you.
Arrivederci.
I had a lot of fun. Take care.
Right. Yeah.